Welcome to our HS Game Time High School Baseball Playoff Preview. I'm Fernandez. Our baseball expert, Kyle Glaser, is standing by to break it all down. And Kyle, let's start in Division I as we talk about a couple of Big 8 league schools, specifically Norco and Santiago. How do you see this breaking down, Kyle?
Well, Pep, we saw Corona make a Cinderella run to the championship game last year. I don't know if I see another team making that type of run this year. Division I is always very tough. And this year, I don't know if we're going to see many teams even advance out of the first round. I think Norco and Santiago are the only two teams with a legitimate chance to get past the first round. Norco, though, would have a very difficult matchup with Anaheim Canyon in the second round. I don't see them getting past that. Santiago might have the opportunity to get to the quarterfinals, but once again, once you start getting into the quarters in Division I, that's where the talent level really starts to become difficult to overcome. I think Santiago and Norco are very good teams, but I don't think they're championship caliber teams in Division I this year.
Division I is loaded. You're right, Kyle. Let's go on to Division II. We're talking about some schools from the Southwestern League and the Citrus Belt League. And Redlands and Rev, maybe Temecula Valley, all able to make a run at the title game, right, Kyle?
Absolutely. I think Division II in some ways is the opposite of Division I. I think we could see 3 of the 4 semifinalists coming out of Division II being local schools. Rev is the #1 overall seed. Their pitching has been stellar all year, and we all know pitching wins in the playoffs. 1.80 team ERA, and they have an easy path to the quarters. And once they get there, I really don't know if there's any team that can compete with them in terms of depth of pitching and just overall talent of pitching. I think we could easily see Rev take it. However, Temecula Valley, the #2 overall seed in Division II, is actually my pick to win it all. 1.92 team ERA. They have the 2 aces in Mitchell and Cook. Then they also have a very difficult strength of schedule that they overcame this past season. I think that's prepped them very well for the playoffs. I think we will have a Temecula Valley versus Rev final. However, Redlands is also there. They're the 5th seed in Division II. I think they have as much talent as anybody. Division II will be the most exciting race, I believe, in terms of inland area schools as we go into the postseason.
All right, Kyle, I'm going to mark that down. Most exciting and an all-local final in Division II. That would be awesome. Division III might be tough for our local teams. Maybe Paloma Valley here?
You know, Paloma Valley has made the playoffs 7 consecutive seasons. They haven't advanced past the quarterfinals. I think that's where the buck stops for them this year. Rialto Carter is also going in as one of the top 10 teams, but the San Andreas League I don't think necessarily prepare them for the rigors of playoff baseball. I think quarterfinals at best for our Division III schools, with Paloma and Carter really the only two getting past the second round.
All right, now to Division IV, and we've got to talk about the Cinderella team from baseball this season. Ramona winning their first league championship in nearly 30 years. Do the Rams have what it takes to reach the Division IV championship game, or is there another team out there, maybe Kaiser, that can go all the way?
Well, I want to start with Ramona. There's no question, going 20-5 this year, winning the River Valley League outright. They've got good pitching, they've got good hitting. They definitely are a very good team. That said, where they drew their playoff seed, I think, is going to limit how far they can go. They would have a potential quarterfinal date with #1 overall seed Oaks Christian. Oaks Christian played in the Boris Classic. They have an ace pitcher who is likely to be a first-round draft pick. I think Ramona definitely has a quarterfinals run in them, but I don't see them getting past Oaks Christian once they get there. Kaiser, they're a team that's very difficult to gauge because on the one hand, the league they played in was not very strong. They really haven't been challenged in over a month. I actually think they need to look out for a potential second-round game against Apple Valley Granite Hills as a possible upset game. That said, Kaiser's young. They've got a lot of talent in both the lineup and on the mound, and there's no question they're a title contender. I think Oaks Christian is got to be the favorite to win it. I would not be surprised to see Kaiser in the title game right with them, but they have to watch out for that second-round matchup against Granite Hills. If they overlook that, I think they're done.
All right, Kyle, now let's take a look at Division V, where the reigning defending champs, Woodcrest Christian, the Royals, are back in the mix. But there's some Mountain Pass League schools as well as Citrus Valley that might challenge the Royals for that D5 title.
You know, Division V could be the division that's the most difficult to gauge as to who's going to win the title and how our local teams are going to fare. You mentioned Woodcrest Christian, the defending champion. I don't think they're as good as they were last year without Davis. However, Brett Prater has been that sort of two-way star for them. They have a tough road. They're going to have to probably play Talkwitz in the second round in a rematch of last year's semifinal, and I would pick Talkwitz in that game. And the winner of that game is probably going to have to face #1 overall seed Paraclete in the quarters. I don't know if I see see either team getting past there. Go down a little bit. Citrus Valley is the number 4 overall seed. Luke Lanphier might be the best pitcher in Division 5, period. Anytime you have an ace like that, you're a title contender. Going down the list a little bit, Hemet. It depends which Hemet team we see. We saw them pounding opponents by 10 runs a game early in the year. Then they went into a weird offensive slump where they were scoring 2 or 3 a game. Their final game, they busted out for 11. If the Hemet team that can swing a hot bat shows up, I like them to take on anybody in this division, but if it's the team that we saw the last half of the season, I don't know if they'll get past the second round. My championship pick is Hesperia Oak Hills. I think that's the team to beat in the division. They're the number 2 overall seed, but Citrus Valley's pitching and Hemet's hitting might be able to knock them off.
All right, Kyle, now let's go to the smaller schools, Division 6, and we'll take a look at Division 7 all at once. Division 6, maybe some slim pickings there, but in Division 7, Newview Bridge, the top team, pretty much wire to wire in this division. Do you think they can go all the way and win the championship?
You mentioned it. Newview Bridge has been a top 3 ranked team for the entire year, and then they've been the number 1 ranked team for the past month plus. I don't see any reason to pick against them. They've been the team with the target on their back, and all they've done is just keep winning. But Temecula Prep is the number 2 overall seed. They're also right there. I think we could also see an all-local championship matchup in Division 7, Newview Bridge and Temecula Prep. Division 6, as you mentioned, I don't think we'll see anyone get out of the first round. So Division 7 is the division to watch if you like small school baseball.
All right, Kyle, I'm putting you on the spot right now. Give me your CIF champions, just the local ones. You said maybe a Temecula Valley Rev in Division 2, but give me your local champions if anyone can go all the way from our area.
I am picking Temecula Valley to win it all in Division 2, and I'm picking Newview Bridge to win it all in Division 7 as our only local champions.
All right, we'll follow the playoffs and see how this all pans out. For Kyle Glaser, our baseball expert, I'm Pep Fernandez for HS Game Time and PE.com.